Hello everyone and welcome back to another JD Outdoors video. Doing something a little different today that I haven't done in a while, and that is going to be kind of going through the gear of what I'm carrying today. I'm on a small hike and fishing some small ponds with ultralight tackle, so figured this is a great time to go over what I'm carrying in my pack lately and just in general what I use. So stay tuned and you'll get all the information. Right, so I basically laid out everything that I have with me and what I'm carrying, and then after I go over this, I'll go over everything that I'm wearing on my body, and clothing, hats, all that. So, first and foremost, I've got my wooden net. I always have some rope on it. I sometimes tie it to my bag if I'm wading. Great little net, great for smaller size fish, nothing too crazy. I have landed some 20-inch browns in here, but definitely exceeds capacity. And then as for the rod and reel, it's a Daiwa Spinmatic, I guess, and it is a 7.6 ultralight. I've caught a lot of fish on this. It's got 4-pound test mono on the, I think it's 1,000 size. Yep, 1,000 size Laguna. Breaks down into 2 pieces. Really convenient. I've got a golden jerkbait on there. Can't remember the brand at the moment. And then yeah, I've got a little rod holder that I use when I break down the rod when I'm walking and everything, or putting it in and out of the car. So rod, reel, line, nut, so got that all covered. So I guess sticking in the theme of fishing here, we'll go into the little tackle box that I keep with me. I've got multiple different boxes like this size for different ones, one for lake trout fishing, one for small stream fishing and stuff like that. So as we go in here, I've got a series of floating and sinking jerk baits here, different colors, dace and brown trout, and silver, the standard, Rapala minnows, stuff like that. This guy's actually got to go up here. Then I've got some poppers, which right now it's mid-November, so those are not really going to be getting used for a while. And then I've got some bigger size jerk baits up here, some different colors. Got to have some options. Some little tiny Ned rigs, which I do use on occasion, usually when the water is warmer. Right now it's pretty cold, so I've just been sticking with the jerk baits, but I also keep in here a series of different weights and jig heads in 32nd, 16th. I think I have a few quarter in there. Nothing too crazy, because it is all on ultralight. Then I've got some hooks in there to use with the weights for like a little drop shot setup, something like that. And then I've got a whole mess of spinners here, as you can see, and a few little spoons. So, these get utilized intermittently as well. And yeah, all effective, just your basic colors here. So, nothing too crazy. And then moving on from there, my next favorite part, of course, is the food. So this is the little lunch box I've got, and with me I bring some fruit, meat stick. I got a little sandwich in here, cheese stick, so super convenient, fits into the bag nicely. And then I've got 2 different containers with me, one water from the Sweetwater Guide School, shout out when I was out there in Montana, and then I have a tea thermos that actually nestles nicely into the cup that I drink the tea out of. Not all wander who are lost. And it's orange, my absolute favorite. And then I've got a fleece neck gaiter, which thankfully it didn't really need today. It's fairly nice out, not too windy. Orange bandana, which is always on me. My flip mitt gloves, which come in handy pretty frequently. And then beyond that, I've got my fish pond pack, which has the nice water bottle holder, so holds 2 water bottles. In the bottom of it, I have this awesome waterproof pouch, which I keep in there extra wool socks, wool hat. This bottom one's a survival kit, so to speak, and in there, well, I'll just, I guess, unpack that and show you guys. Alright, so I emptied out the contents. This is the pouch that the survival kit was in. That was also inside of this awesome waterproof pouch. So I've got a wool beanie in there and wool socks. Just God forbid, you fell in the water, got soaked, whatever. You got at least 2 very crucial pieces of dry gear. So in here, I have several pens. This is also a bag I take hunting, so if you got to fill out your tag, I have that. My favorite knife of all time that I carry. It's been everywhere with me, hunting, fishing, camping. It does it all. I've carved many things with this, skinned deer, cut up my food. It prep fires. It's a great knife. Orange, of course, not only because it's my favorite color, but also if you drop something, it's nice to be able to find it quicker, or find it in general if it's bright. So I have a compass in here, which I don't use too often, except now and again when I'm just trying to see randomly maybe which direction I'm heading, or if I need to. It's in here more so for some practice, and I guess God forbid emergency use, hopefully knowing I can use it. Spare headlamp batteries. I've got 2 headlamps in here, which I keep in the bag, and I flip the batteries so that they're not getting drained, and then when I need to use them, I just undo it and put them back to proper polarity. So then we've got a Bic lighter, always essential, orange yet again. Got some hand warmers just in case. They don't take up a lot of room, and they can go a long way. Got a life straw in here, which I have yet to use, but it's in here. God forbid, you need it, and it's there. Hand sanitizer, multiple things, obviously, for personal sanitizing, and also for fire starting if you need to. I've got a first aid kit, which I won't open here, but I always duct tape them closed. They're the little Johnsons & Johnsons, but I update them and put some better band-aids in there, some super glue, tweezers, the essentials. And it doesn't take up a lot of space, but with some gauze and everything that's in there, you can cover a lot of different injuries. Then I've got a notebook with more pens and markers in there just for notes and stuff like that. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the gear that's inside the bag. I'll go over my clothing, and then that'll be it. All right, so here is the bag almost fully loaded. So the mittens just go in my pocket. Wool blanket I'm carrying today. I don't have a big walk going on or anything. So the net just slides right in here, and I can clip it in if I want, but I've been keeping it out just so I can grab it while I'm fishing. So then I got water bottle here, a tea cup over here. So then, yeah, everything just nestles nice inside. I've got the cup, my gator, tackle box, the lunch bag, and below that is the waterproof bag. And yeah, super simple and all together. All right, now as for the clothing today, I've got my JDO Co. beanie on, my sunglasses, Costa's, very awesome, my walnut neckerchief, t-shirt, flannel. I've got my JDO neck lanyard with the forceps and the nippers for fishing, all clipped onto a nice key ring with a leather arrowhead there. So I'll just tuck that in my shirt as I'm fishing, so it's somewhat readily available but not out to get stuck on everything. So got a puffy vest on, and then this lightweight REI puffy coat on as well, which is awesome. It's not too cold out at all. It's probably in the 40s today. The puffy coat's a little too much, honestly. But then as for my pants, got on just some Carhartt pants, and I've got some Zero barefoot hiking boots on. So nothing too crazy. Wool socks, wool underwear, which I wear year-round. They're not too warm. They thermoregulate, which is nice. So yeah, it's pretty simple. This is what I'm wearing most of the time, especially this time of year. I was out steelhead fishing earlier this week. This was a very similar outfit. I had one more layer on the bottom, and then my waders, of course. The tackle was different as well, but the bag was the same, just had different boxes in there and had a fly rod and a different net. So nothing too crazy changes about it. But thanks for staying tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment and like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right, see you outside. Boom, bang.